How you doing? Hobbyist Fishing here. I'm actually about to head out, do some filming for TikTok and Instagram, some social stuff, and we're gonna do like baits to use to find if a body of water has fish, right? If you go to like a new place and you just want to figure out if there's fish, so we're gonna do a video on that. So I was gonna go to a pond that's near the local pond that I fish all the time, but I just haven't been there before. So with that, it's gonna be mainly a spinning rod kind of deal. And the biggest thing here is going to be the small paddle tail. But also because we're going close to the pond that I like to fish all the time, I did a video about this thing recently. This is from Tornado Innovations. This is a clear umbrella rig in their mini size, which is like perfect for ponds and stuff. But I'm only allowed 2 hooks in Massachusetts on a rig. So instead of trying to do 2 and hoping the bass eat 2 was a bunch of dummy baits, I asked them to do like a Minnesota rig. So all blades except for one weight in the back. And I find that it's kind of like a spinner bait. You know, like when you cast this out, very rarely do the bass actually hit the blades. They actually go for the paddle tail once they get close enough. So I'm going to fish with this a little bit after. So once I get the footage that I need for the TikTok, Instagram stuff, I'll do some fun fishing with this and try to go catch some slobs. But mainly today, kind of it's pretty simple on like what I'm going to fish to find new fish in this pond. And it's going to be those small paddle tails. We're going to do some shaky head fishing with the bellow stick. And then the killer is always going to be the little Yamamoto 3-inch Senkos. But yeah, so come with me. We're heading out. Alrighty. Take the glasses off. Switch them out to the polarized. As a bank fisherman, honestly, probably the best investment you'll ever make is a good pair of polarized sunglasses. I wear Costas. These are the Spiro XLs because I got a big head, so I need a big pair of glasses to kind of, you know, balance it out. But I'm gonna head out. It's nice and warm today. Overcast, which is gonna be great. No wind, so we'll kind of deal with that. But I think, all in all, it's gonna be a great day of fishing today. Hopefully get the footage for the TikTok and Instagram stuff pretty quickly so that I can fish that A-rig because it's so fun to just get monster bass walloping on it. But we are off. See you at the pond. All right, we're at the pond. So we're at the pond. Throw the bank angling pack on. Got everything I need in the back. Like I said, we're gonna start off with fishing, doing the fishing for socials. So with that, we're gonna go try the new pond that is next to the pond that I've been fishing a lot. Oh, that was a fish, just jumped right there. But I'm fishing alone today, so gonna play some tunes. So that's the pond that we usually fish. But then there's a small one back here, like runs down, and there's a small one back here. So we're gonna get over there, and then hopefully today I'm gonna talk a bit more while I'm filming so I can make sure to, you know, help you guys out here and teach you something. So I got the spinning rod. I'll leave the bait caster for a bit. I'll come back for him. It's that little pond down there. So we'll try to fish it. It looks cool. Actually, before we do that, I think I saw a fish jump over there, so let's just make a quick little cast. Ooh. All right, wait. All right. Change of plan. Fish are busting over there. I just saw some fish bust back here. So, cast past it, bring it right next to it. There's also some bass right here, real shallow. Oh, that's a decent sized one right there. These bass are shallow, but super finicky. I'm seeing some lily pad. I shouldn't be fishing right now. I got work to do, but I'm seeing bass, which is always a good sign. Oh, I had a hit. All right, we'll come back. It's like a real small neighborhood pond, but there's a bunch of scum here. I mean, I've seen people fishing off this point, so there's gotta be fish here. But we're gonna start today out pretty simply. We're gonna start today out with just this is a Crush City the Mayor, quickly becoming one of my favorite paddle tails on a darter head. I think it's rigged kind of dumb. Hold up. I got the wind blowing towards us, which is great. Overcast day, a lot of scum. There's a tree down here, so we could try to do some light punching with a spinning rod, which would be fun, but kind of with this little paddle tail, so there's a bunch of scum here, a lot of grass, a lot of hydrilla. So let's just make a cast out straight, see what these fish are feeling like. And when it comes to fishing like a new area like this, I'm gonna move pretty quickly. Let's say I'm gonna make like 3-4 casts, and then if there's nothing, I'm moving on. Gonna fish everything I want in this area. Nothing. Yeah, it's pretty grassy down there. That's gonna be a little fun to deal with, but we'll persevere. And then we're gonna cast down this like grass line, I guess. Make a nice accurate cast. That was pretty terrible, but all right, let's try that again. Let's make a nice accurate cast. Try to keep it as close to this like vegetation here as possible. Oh, I don't know if that was a fish, like a bluegill. Oh yeah, hello, we got him. Yeah, the small paddle tail always prevailed. Oh no, 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 I lost him. He shook me. Dang, all right, not a problem. There's fish. So following that grass line is a good idea. That bass came out of nowhere off that. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna hop onto this tree right here. Whoop, maybe not. Let's cast across. Let's try that again. There's fish here. So now that we know there's a fish here, I'm gonna fish here a bit more. But also, there's some grass here, right? I can kind of see pockets of floating grass. So I'm gonna wanna cast out and bring my bait to the right of that like floating vegetation. Got one. Oh, there's a fish there. All right, cool. So we know there's fish. My paddle tail got mangled. All right, let's move it down. So, had one fish, lost it, doesn't count. Oh, so we'll definitely come back and fish here more because see there's like water coming out from the upper pond? That'll cool the water coming in, and when it gets really hot, the bass will kind of sit in front of that stream like AC and wait for fish to come by. All right, Zoom fish doctor. These little like centipedes. I don't know if they're called Zoom centipedes or Zoom fish doctors, but that's 3 and 10 goes a little too light, so we're gonna go to something a little bit heavier. Oh, this wind is picking up. We're going to get this video filmed quick. All right, it's about to become a storm. I need to fish and catch some fish. So we're gonna go back to the main pond, try to fish that. Oh, there's a bass right here. Let's get some content. Hey, I am looking at a fish that is trying to eat. He is looking at my bait. Fishing's a little hard today, and it shouldn't be. Oh, I got one. Thank you. Thank you very much for biting this bait. A tiny one. Great, okay. Caught one fish on this. Thank you. And then, all right, now I just gotta catch one on the last one and then we're set. Oh, come on, please let me just catch a fish with this and then I can be done. Edit. Oh, 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 that's a decent fish. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, it's not that big, but nice, on the shaky head. Hello. Yeah, it's definitely warmer. These fish are like so warm. Nice. Shaky head bass. That was on the bellows stick. On a nice shaky head rig like that. Popped him. Yeah, I caught that like in the middle, you know, the lily pads in the middle? It was right there. I went to lift my rod and it was heavy. Swims nicely. Okay, caught my 3 fish. Oh, oh, hello. Another one. On the bellow stick. Oh, 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 oh. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, it's tangled. I mean, at least the little ones are aggressive. Tiny little dinky bass. All right, I'm gonna go to the car real quick and get my other rod because I got my footage. Got the content I needed for socials. Now we get to have some fun. This is the Tornado Innovations mini clear rig with a Crush City Mayor on the back. Just like a tiny A-rig. Killer on ponds. And cast this out. There's some lily pads, shallow lily pads over there. So usually I'm just gonna cast this out, give it a good pump, make sure it's out of the grass, and then reel it in. There's a bunch of small bass shallow. I wonder the fry garters, but I don't see fry. Oh, I got him right here on the bank. Oh, I got him right here on the bank. That's a good sized fish. Nice. Like, come on. The mini A-rig. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Ow, ow, that was the hook. Oh, bro, you need to relax. Oi, relax. Hold on. That's a good sized fish. Snap a little photo of you. But that bass saw the school. He saw the paddle tail. Oh, he saw the paddle tail. Let's throw him back. He saw the paddle tail and then he hit the paddle tail behind it. But he came up right up on behind it, like all the way to the bank. That was actually a really decent sized bass for how shallow he was. And yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Can you see that? Like, here, let me cast her in front. So like the big thing with this is, all right, you want to fish like a spinner bait. But with a good, like all those blades go. Once you kind of figure out the weight on the back of your jig head and you kind of figure out like how fast you need to reel to kind of keep that thing consistently in the like where in the water column it is, it becomes a lot easier to fish. But I'm going to try burning it and keeping it close to the top here because I'm seeing a lot of like boils all around. So maybe, because also it's like these small ponds, especially in Massachusetts, we have a law where we can't have more than 2 hooks. So no one throws an A-rig just because of that. A lot of spinnerbaits, but no A-rigs. Let's see if we can find the monster that lurks in here. There's got to be a massive bass in here. And I really like my chances on this little mini A-rig. My bites kind of died down a little bit. So I might just call it here, folks. Oof. Back from the pond. Did some grocery shopping on my way home. Didn't film that bit, but gonna make some dinner. Hopefully that was fun for you guys to see, just me fishing on my local pond that I go to a lot. And keep an eye out for the video that I'm gonna be making about what I was fishing today. And let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for joining me here, guys. Anyone from, you know, if you're coming here from Instagram and TikTok, thank you so much for joining me here. So what are you waiting for? Get out there.